Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm trying to do this quick because my phone is almost dead, but we have a market tomorrow. So this is April 17th today, and tomorrow is April 18th. So we have all of this that goes to the market, or most of it. And then the 4 big pink bags are actually on my bed right now. And we are trying to finish up a whole bunch of projects that just need sewing today, and then add them to the inventory list, and then we go to the market tomorrow. So the market starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow till 3 p.m. It is only 40 minutes away from me. We get there at 8 a.m. to set up, and we have to leave at 7 a.m. So that means I have to be up at least 6 a.m. to load up the truck and load up my mom's stuff, and then her and I are off. So everything's just kind of thrown around right now. We still have more stuff to price tonight. I will probably time lapse everything instead of yippity yappity. But yeah, so I'm gonna head back to work and then work on some half projects, make some signs, and then I will see you later. Today is the night before my market. This is May 2nd, just for Mom's Expo in Carlyle, Saskatchewan. So it is an hour difference on time zone for me. So that's okay. I'm just trying to convert it to my time zone and then, take an hour off. Anywho, so we have pretty much all the market stuff here. Not quite everything, actually. That donkey needs to be fixed, but I think I'm going to do it at the market. I'm going to try and not do any market stuff tonight just because. But I will take you into the other room and show you everything else that is also going into the truck. Okay, so we have 2 buckets here of overflow stock, which is multiple of each color. That pillow, don't worry about it. And then we have my cubes. So this is going to go on one side of the table, and then we have the other one so that my checkout is like 2 feet wide, but then we have everything on display here. And then we'll have these 2 bags are stuff that's going to be on the display. And then there are one of each color of everything, so everyone knows. Sorry, I gotta open the window because it is nice out. If you read in Canadian terms, it is 22 degrees Celsius. That's in like the high 60s, I think. Yeah, and then I bought myself 2 6-foot tables that fold up, so this is gonna be fun. I also have my keychain rack there, which I gotta remember to grab. And then I'm thinking that's it of mine, other than I have to pick up Mom in the morning to take her with me and her stuff. So I'm going to do a time lapse of me loading up the truck. And these are not being taken down. These are actually going to stay like this, but I'm putting them in the box of the truck in the morning just to be on the safe side, in case we have like a bit of rain. I don't think we will, but if you know Manitoba, we probably would. So yeah, so these are going to be traveling like this in the box of the truck. And then I will just have them strapped down. And then, of course, all of these 2 buckets, 4 of these, all 4 of them will be inside along with pretty much everything you see on this table. I'm going to try and revamp it. I like these containers. I don't like these 2, but I'm going to try and revamp stuff around so that it's easier to store. So we have my banner, which I haven't been able to figure out how I'm going to display it on the front of the table, but I'll figure it out when I get there. It is 2 hours for setup, so that works. So this is our cash box. I totally forgot to buy a cash box when I got my keychain rack. So we're just going to use this little horse box. And then I have some leggy potatoes I'm going to take to finish. And then this bucket I'm going to put stuff in because it's just got little baskets in it, and that's just a lot of wasted space. And then my folding cart. So I think that's pretty much it for market stuff in here. Let me go look and just double check. Alright guys, so yeah, that is all the stuff that's going to market. Um, I have polyfill sitting here that I might take with me. I did get a new pattern, a paid pattern that I really like, so I might take it with me. It depends. I'm gonna look and see what I'm gonna do there. I'd like to make something else for my next one, which pending right now is June 6th. It's during our townwide yard sales. I might set up. I haven't heard word if we still are having townwide yard sales because it's going to be a month soon. And then the next big one is the Manitoba Threshermen's reunion in Stampede. That is a 4-day market. It is $175 for a 12-foot by 12-foot spot. Now, I will be replacing my tent because it broke last year. So it's going to be a 10-foot by 10-foot tent. And the plan is to get the tent and then a 4-foot table for that market. And definitely, if I do for this market sell out a few items, then I will have to restock them, and then other new stuff that I have that I really want to work on. So I'm gonna get out of this dress. I love this dress, but it is just at my knees, and I don't feel like bending over and having the wind blow up my dress while I'm trying to load up. As of right now, I do not have neighbors in this duplex, so that's okay. But still, I don't want my underwear showing. So I'm going to time lapse loading up the truck. Hopefully, it all works out properly. Um, yeah, and then probably the next time you would see after the time lapse will be when we are there and setting up. I don't know. I do have to refresh my tablecloth, so I will throw them in the dryer and then refresh them and then just put them in like a bag or something. I do have random cloth bags everywhere here, so that'll be good. Stuff that closes up. So yeah, let's get into loading up the truck.
Hi guys. All right. So I am doing the intro for all three of these markets. These are the first three of the year that I did. So I did the Souris Goodbye Winter Market, and I forget what date that was. I think that was in April. Then I did the Carlyle Just for Moms Expo on May 2nd. And then I did the Pipestone 50th Fun Days, and that was July 11th. So, actually, both Mom and I did them together. I do see that I have my papers here. I write down everything that I sell. So, as I was, my lunch is cooking right now, if you can hear like an air fryer running, but I found the two papers for the first two markets, and I was trying to find Pipestones this last weekend because everything's still all over the place. In exactly a week, as I'm filming this, I am off to the Austin Threshermen's reunion, and I am doing the 4-day market there. Just found out they're bringing the Midway, so all of the rides that you see at Midways, they're bringing that back. They haven't brought that back probably since I was like 10, 12 maybe. So they're going to have all these different rides. It's also the 70th, according to Google, it's the 70th anniversary or annual Manitoba Threshermen's Reunion and Stampede. And this year's Versatile. So we have Big Roy, and Big Roy is Manitoba's only, actually, he's the only Big Roy in the world. So, go away, mosquito. We got mosquitoes in here now. It's been raining constantly, probably since the last time I filmed. So yeah, today is July 15th. I have like 6 days till my crochet challenge is done. I am still filming that, so obviously that video is gonna be out probably after I come back. I don't think I'll be editing when I get there. I'm getting there the day before my 4-day market, like next Wednesday. So if I have time, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm not sure. I do have a video of the market stuff that I bought. I had to rebuy this spring with my tax refund money. And so I think that one is almost done. I'm not sure. I have to look. So anywho, we're going to get into this. I'm going to insert all the clips now for all 3 markets. I will label each one at the bottom what markets they were, and then we will hop into the breakdown of each video. Alright guys, so we are going to do the breakdown of each, and I will let you know if I'm going to do them again or not. So the first one was Souris's Goodbye Winter Market. It was their very first one ever. And I'm trying to remember how the weather was, because it's been a couple. I think the weather was okay. It was I think it was a little chilly. So we end up with 3 tables, and they were 3 8-foot tables. I probably should have asked them what size of tables they were. They were in a row, so it wasn't really working out for my setup. I probably should have asked them first, but so yeah. So that fee was $60 because it was $20 a table. Right? Yeah. If I'm remembering correctly, my mom paid for 1 table for her stuff and I paid for 2. I'm totally sorry if I'm totally messing that one up. It's been a couple months and I don't quite well remember. So yeah, so it was okay. There was 2 tables that had other stuff, but they had crochet also, and then there was one kind of right behind us that had half to 3/4 of crochet. So there was a few crochet people. Oh, that's the air fryer. I will deal with that in a minute. Yeah. So it was okay. I think a lot of people really didn't make much money. Across from us, we had a baking booth, which we did stop there and get a few things. If I remember where the photos were, I will obviously insert them at the end of that clip. And if I didn't, I'm sorry, but the sugar cookies were really, really good. So yeah, we paid $60 for a table. Now I'm not incorporating the food that we got or the fuel because that's just too hard to remember, to be honest. And so I just have just what I made here. I think Mom's was on a separate page. I think she made $10 or $15. I can't quite remember. So for me, I sold 1 mystery bag for $10. I sold a pink axolotl for $10. I sold a banana keychain. Apparently banana keychains are very popular if you don't sell them in your hometown. I sold that for $5. I sold a gray penguin for $10. I sold a gray elephant for $10. And I sold my deer, like the bigger one. I sold him for $25. I sold 1 frog keychain for $5 and then a bunny keychain for $5. So altogether, I'm just gonna add this up quickly just to make sure it's right. So altogether we made $80, but if you incorporate the fee, we only made like a $20 profit. If they're doing it again next year, it is only 40 minutes away from me. The weather was kind of, I think the weather had a factor in it. I can't quite remember. So I haven't said yes or no yet on doing it again. Okay, guys, so the next one was the Just for Moms Expo on May 2nd in Carlyle, Saskatchewan. So that was about an hour and 20 minutes away from me. The highway was rough, so it actually felt kind of longer. Trying to remember the weather for that day. It was in a hockey arena, like it was after the ice was gone. It was warm by the end of the day. Like we were hot. I do remember having the air conditioning on in the truck on our way back. So it was very hot. So it was a $40 10-foot by 10-foot spot. So we had two 6-foot tables there, and then we had a couple buckets set up for my mom's tablecloth setup, which still hasn't sold yet, sadly. And then we had a keychain rack, and I think that was it for that one, for that display. But obviously clips were inserted, so you would have seen what it looked like in there. But by the end of the day, it was really dead. It was in the last, I think, like 2 hours, it was really vendors buying from each other. So we've already confirmed that we are not doing this one again. And I don't actually have how much I made and how much is profit on this page, to be honest. So I'm going to read off the list. So I sold one of each of these items, I'm going to say. So I sold a bee for $10, a hanging plant for $15, a pink octo keychain for $5, a yellow rubber ducky for $10. I sold the balloon dog, the blue balloon dog, for $25. And then Angel from like Stitch and Angel, I sold her. I remember that girl saying that if I had Stitch there, she would have bought them both. Go away, mosquito. But I only had her, so I definitely made sure now I have 2 of each. I have one with closed eyes and one with open eyes. Yeah. So, and then I sold a green mushroom keychain. So it's the mushroom top, the little white guys, for $5. I sold another yellow duck, actually. So I sold 2 items together, or not together, but 2 of the same item. Another yellow rubber duck for $10, and a brown chicken for $10. And then when I went to the bathroom, my mom actually sold some too. So it was the little, I made a pink sparkly marshmallow dude. Sparkly, yeah, pink. And she wrote fuchsia bird, but then find out that it was a marshmallow, so I sold it for $10. And then I sold a bunny keychain, one of Erin's bunnies. I don't think she has it released yet. I sold that in a keychain for $5. And then a black penguin for $10. And just at the very end, as we started packing up, there was a girl that came and got the frosted Burnett blanket pink octopus for $10. She really wanted the big one, but when she found out it was $30, she said, I don't have enough money, but that's okay. I really like this one. So let me just total up the numbers here, and then I will get you the final count. All right. So this doesn't include mom's, I mean, she did sell one $5 item, so I will include it. So we spent $40 on the spot. We made a total sales of $130. So in reality, we only made a profit of $90. We decided we won't do this one again just because it's so far away. And I do remember the winds were really bad because they had signs everywhere for this market. And when we went to leave, there was no signs at all. Like the wind had tore them apart. So we just decided we're not going to do this one again just because of the distance. But it was an experience. We got to know what it was like. But I am going to hop into the Pipestone market. All right, guys, so we're going to do Pipestone. This was their 50th anniversary fun days, and it was hot. Like, it was over 100 Fahrenheit. It was almost 50 degrees Celsius. Like, it was hot. And this was obviously outside, so the first two were inside. This one was outside. I had two walls up on the thing. I had the one side open to let the air in, but there was barely any breeze. So this one was actually free. We did not have to pay for a spot at all. And I forgot to say, this was on July 11th. And so if the heat wasn't so bad, I think everyone would have had a lot more sales. We had quite a few vendors. I do remember that I took a video of my booth and posted it on here and on Instagram and TikTok. But that's all. It was just too hot. I didn't want to run my phone or anything. So in reality, this is all profit for us. Let me just write the number down. I'm trying to figure out why there's another number off to the side. Oh, yeah. Okay. So mom sold one item and then I sold 6. And so for me, I sold a panda, the little panda from Crochet by Jenna, for $10. I sold a black penguin for $10. I sold a bee for $10. So people really like bees. And I did find out that she really wanted a keychain version of it. So maybe I'm going to have to do keychains of bees. I sold a dinosaur keychain for $5. I believe that was the green one. Or was it the blue and white? I don't remember. I sold one capybara keychain for $5. And then I sold one of my leaf bookmarks for $2. I haven't been able to sell those things for a long time. So, and then mom sold one Mexicana coaster. It's with a really thin yarn. It's really nice. So altogether, we made $42. This is the end of this market video, or this 3-part market video. I hope you enjoyed. I will do Pipestone again if they're looking, because it's free and it's literally 20 minutes away from me. So as of right now, Pipestone's a yes, Carlyle's a no, and Souris is a maybe right now. So the next market video you see will be the 2026 70th Threshermen's Reunion and Stampede Trade Show, they call us. I am the only crochet booth, and I think there's only like 4 or 5 of us there. We're right across from the pony rides, so that's an A+ to get the kids coming. So yeah, if you like this video, like, comment, and share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.